Hey guys, it's Coop, and Battle of the Setups #1 got a very good response, so I will be continuing the series, and therefore, here's episode 2. So this episode is a very special one because we have an actual submitted setup of a good friend of mine. He put a lot of time into this setup, and I personally think it's just great. So we'll actually be looking at two of his setups. One is a desk setup, and one is an Xbox or media setup, but I'll go very thoroughly into it. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. So starting with the desk setup. The desk is an art desk that is adjustable so it can be a standing or sitting desk. The PC powering the setup is a 2014 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's running an Intel Core i5 and 8GB of RAM. Connected to the PC is a disk drive, which does look nice and works very well for this setup. And between those two is the first generation Apple Magic Mouse. Off to the left is a pair of Beats Solo wireless on-ear headphones. In the back there is a grip-in Apple Watch charger with no Apple Watch on it, sadly, which would have been nice to see in the picture. And lastly, as the tech part of this desk goes, there is a lamp and fan off to the side. Okay, for cleanliness he gets a 7 because the front of the desk looks very nice, but the back is just way too cluttered. I would recommend two things. One, that you put some of the random stuff somewhere else beside on your desk, and then two, that you get a headphone hanger for hanging your Beats under the desk. Cable management gets a 9 because you did some incredible stuff by running the cables down the leg of the desk, but there are still some cables piled up on the desk. Quality is a 9 simply because of the high quality products that he has on the desk. And overall appeal is a 7 because the front half is clean and tidy and nice looking, but I just can't say the same for the back. And lastly, personality is a 10 because of the extensive amount of symbolic items on and around your desk, and for instance the sketch off to the side and the pheasant feathers on the whiteboard that show that this person likes to hunt. So in total he gets a very solid 42 out of 50. Very good. Now for the console or media setup. So the main attraction here is the 36-inch Sony TV, and above that is a small shelf holding some random items, and under the TV is where you find the two consoles, the Xbox and the Wii U. Under each of those are cabinets organizing the accessories for each. On the Xbox side there's a chat pad, a charging dock, an Insignia media remote, and the Astro A40's gaming headset. Going over to the Wii U side, there are two standard remotes including the gamepad, and also two clear remotes that light up. Going down one more level, you can find the games corresponding to each console. So I will also be rating the setup out of the standard 50. Cleanliness gets a 9 because it's super organized, and everything beside the few random items on the top looks very clean. Cable management gets a generous 10, but a 10 is a 10. All the cables are tucked at a site beside the one from the Astro A40s. Quality is a 9 because the TV is not the best thing in the world, and the bezels are pretty thick, but everything else is top of the line, for instance the Astro A40s. He also has an Xbox One Elite remote. It wasn't included in the picture. Overall appeal is an 8 because it's all around pretty organized, but there is a large unused spot of space above the TV and it just looks a tad strange. Personality gets a 7 because it carries over some of the personality from the desk, which is sitting right next to it, but by itself there's not much to be seen. So his second setup gets a 43 out of 50. Well done. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and also a big thanks to my friend for all his awesome work on this setup. I just wanted to remind everyone that if you'd like to send in your setup so it can be featured on the channel, just tell me in the comments a little bit about it, and if it meets the requirements, you're in. So thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.